Hi everybody. Hello everybody. Arnon in the house. Welcome to another Wednesday Words of Wisdom with Arnon. Very excited to be here. Looking forward. Yes, very excited to be here. Looking forward to serving all of you. There we go. Great. Today we have another good session. I say that every week, but let's be honest. Every week we have good sessions. We have fun. We discuss a few things. We talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. And hopefully I part with, everyone some words of wisdom based on my experience working, teaching, coaching some great entrepreneurs from all over the world. So today's topic, yes, ways to build credibility, ways to build credibility. So as always, I want to share with all of you at least 3 pearls of wisdom or ideas that can help you on your journey to create and build more credibility for yourself, for your business, which ultimately will lead to more clients, better clients, bigger clients. And people, I always say people will pay you, based on, your track record, your credibility. So if people know that you show up, and now I'm starting to give you the gold here. Number 1, if you want to build credibility, you got to show up. In fact, I believe that 80% of success is just showing up. Forget about credibility for a moment. Most people don't show up in their life. They don't show up in their business. They don't show up in their health. They don't show up in their relationship. They don't show up, for their family. They don't show up for themselves. And so one of the key things, if you want to build credibility in any area, show up in that area. You want to build credibility in your business. You want to build up credibility with a client, show up. Engage with that client. Showing up is so important, so important. So that's number 1. Welcome, guys. Good to see all of you here. Number 1, if you want to build credibility, show up. Number 2, another great way to build credibility is trust. One of the most important things in today's economy, we live, I believe, in a trust economy. That's why there's the booming of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Chainlink, Matic, Polygon. The cryptocurrency space, why is it so exciting? Because we've lost trust in our government. We've lost trust in our financial system. We've lost trust in the old politicians, the old way of doing things. And that's where, the new age, the digital age of finance is being brought to the world. Now, this is not a talk about cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, even though you guys know that I am big into crypto and I recommend every single person wakes up and does the freaking research. But that's on you. But the point is, if you want to increase your credibility levels in any business, in any space, you've got to make sure that the trust levels are as high as possible. The higher, the better. You can't have too much trust. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean that you might not get a lesson from trusting the wrong person. Okay? I'm not saying that, but I'm telling you right now, when I work with my clients, when I'm coaching, teaching, when I'm doing business, I just had a call earlier with a company that I'm actually buying right now. I'm buying a new company. It's a small business. It's about a 400,000 pound business. It's not that big, but just the level of transparency, the level of trust, the open communications, communicating with the principal, the seller, so important. You can't have enough trust in business. Trust is so important. And so again, if you want to build that level of credibility, people have got to trust you. You've got to trust them. And trust is something, trust is not something you can necessarily see, taste, or touch, but you can feel it. You know if you trust someone. And that's really important. Okay, so first thing, if you want to build credibility, like I said, you've got to show up. Number 2, trust. You've got to build trust in that space. Very important. And number 3, a third tip, which I think is really important, is doing. There's a famous saying, and I'm sure you guys have heard this. It is, you've got to learn to say what you'll do and then do what you say. Whereas a lot of people say what they do and don't do what they said they were gonna do. And really important, you've got to understand your reputation, and you've heard this before, your reputation can take 20 years to build and 20 minutes to destroy. And so it's really important that you grasp the idea that we live in a doing universe. We live in a doing world. And so talk is cheap, right? You've heard that as well. And what that basically means is because we live in a doing universe, yes, showing up is important. Building trust is important. But if you say to someone, I'll be on the call at this time, at that day, I'm not saying that things can't happen and maybe someone gets ill and you've got to do something, or I'm not saying we're all human, but what I'm saying is your temperament or the consistency around doing has to be elevated to a very high level. Because when you do and you say you're going to do something and then do it, you're going to elevate to a very high level your credibility. And people, guess what? Want to work with people that they can trust, that have credibility. And nobody wants to hire a clown. No one wants to hire someone who clowns around, doesn't hold himself or herself accountable, says they're gonna do X and they don't do X. Nobody wants to work with those kind of people. By the way, you could get away with it for a day, a week, a month, maybe even a year, but eventually the market will take you out. So wherever you are right now, 3 words of wisdom, three ideas that I just want to elevate and make sure that you're sharpen your mind around. And by the way, these are not new things. We're not discovering America here. I'm not telling you anything, oh my God, I've never heard of it. But like I always say to myself, I need reminders. And if you're anything like me, you probably need reminders as well. So if you want to increase and build your credibility, number 1, show up, show up, show up, show up. Number 2, build trust, trust, trust. They say in property, it's all about location, location, location. And I say when raising capital, building a great team, buying businesses, growing your company, it is all about trust, trust, trust. Your team needs to trust you. The marketplace needs to trust you. Your clients need to trust you. You need to trust yourself. So it's a very important energy, trust. And the third one, which I've already mentioned, is doing. You can talk yourself far. You can talk yourself a long way. You can talk yourself up. But at the end of the day, like I said, we live in a doing universe. And unfortunately, or fortunately, you will be judged. I will be judged on what I do, not necessarily what I say. And that's why I always say, never judge a person by what he or she says. Judge them by what they actually do. Very important. So I've got some requests here to talk about cryptocurrency. Maybe next week I'll talk about crypto, because if you guys are monitoring the markets are up today. We're still in a bear market, but markets are up. So maybe we'll talk about cryptocurrency next week or soon. But on another note, I hope you guys got value from this call. I hope you take something out of this session. I'm sending you all great energy, positive energy. Stay in your power, live from your power, operate from your power. And I just want to wish you a great day, a wonderful week. Till next week, same time, same place. Be strong and talk soon. Cheers.